This is Nosey with Good Intentions, the podcast.
In every nook and cranny.
This is Michael.
And Kirk. Guiding your noses today.
That worked.
I thought you had forgot all about how to do the intro.
I almost forgot my line.
I saw.
I brought it back. So we're going to start this episode with a little shout out to, where did we get the feedback?
Instagram.
We got a little question on Instagram that was going to be a potential topic, which we thought was a very good idea. So shout out to mysterious person who sent us that we're not going to shout out by name because we yet again didn't ask anybody for permission for anything. So the question was,
yes, sir.
What again?
The question was something along the lines of judgment, no judgment.
So when we say, I think it was something to the effect of, when we're like, oh, no judgment, are we really judging?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah,
are you judging?
Yeah.
I don't think I'm judging.
No, I think most people, not me specifically, most time I don't care that much.
Yeah.
Don't listen to him. Well, I think most of the time, most people are judging. Even if it's only for a quick second, like, oh, that's fucked up.
Okay, so let's talk about judgment for a second really quickly. Because maybe we got to do a little definition time here on the Educational Podcast. So tell me what you think about judgment. Like, what do you think that means in our society?
I think it has a very negative connotation. It does not come off as positive. It's very...
Why is it negative? What does it mean?
Because most of the time it's judgment or it's opinion, but it's negative. Nobody judges you nicely. They typically judge you harshly.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Very seldom.
Do you think so?
Have you ever gotten nice judgment, good judgment?
But sometimes I think that the judgment outward is, well, they got everything together.
Okay.
And it's a comparison back to
what you do.
What is it? What is that phrase? I'm comparing your outside to my inside.
Yeah.
Which is not fair and
right.
counterproductive.
It's kind of like when you talked about, I think it was a few episodes back, when you talked about how people go, oh, I want to be Jay-Z, but they don't know all the steps that it took to get to that point.
Right.
Just like we do with even just normal people. Like, oh, they got X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have that. But you haven't done none of the stuff to get to what they've gotten.
Right.
And so I think we spend too much time judging as far as like I said, I think it has a negative connotation, regardless of if that's even the intention.
Okay.
And so when you see somebody and you look down upon them, because usually it's about something. I think some of it has to do with jealousy.
I think a lot of it is rooted in jealousy.
Yeah.
So I just, real quick aside, we're a couple minutes in. Let me derail real quick.
To the HOV.
Do you remember Charm School?
Yeah, them badass. Yes.
Was the host.
It was Jetto, yes, very Jetto.
Well, it was all of, I believe.
Flavor of Love.
Yes, I believe it was all the Flavor of Love girls.
Yes.
So my favorite moment of the whole thing,
Okay.
tying it into judgment, is Monique is like giving them, she's like raking them over the coals.
Yeah, well, most of the time they deserve it.
I think it might have been a specific person, maybe. Or it might have been the whole group.
Well, I think Safari won. Ain't that her name?
Safari.
Yeah, the
I
girl.
thought that was a guy.
That's a rapper, but Safari, that's Nicki Minaj ex-boo. But I think Safari was the winner too. Not the rapper, a young lady.
Was it Safari?
I think that's her name. It's something tropical and outdoorsy.
I don't know. Here's what I remember of that show. Pumpkin was on there. She's
white
one-
girl.
Yeah, she's the one that was spit in New York. Which, by the way, I love New York.
You do.
She is amazing. I think she was born for reality TV.
Why?
I think, to me, when I think of New York, I'm like, you're one of those handful of reality people that literally saved reality television from just being instead of being a joke, an actual like entertainment value thing.
I find her to be a joke, but continue.
No, she's so funny.
She got the bad boob job where one was bigger than the other, the whole nine. Yeah, I know, the old ratchets.
She got it fixed.
She was kissing Flavor Flav in the mouth. Ugh. Hell
Here's all I
no.
remember.
Okay.
Let me tell you about what I remember. I remember her eyelashes almost flew off in the boat, and her weave almost got caught on fire, and that was funny.
And she got spit on.
But what I remember of her show
Okay.
might have been, I think it was season 1.
I know it's I
Yes.
Love New York. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the guys, his name was Wolf.
Okay.
And I'll never forget this because I thought it was so funny. He said, I want to say she like had all them say something about themselves, like
So she could give them
that
a
she
name?
could like give them a name. And he said, I'm country and I got a big ass dick. And he literally stayed till like the final 4. And I think she was trying to find out. And I've never forgotten that because I thought that was so clever. 1.
Okay.
2, how funny was that?
So his name was Wolf because he had a big ass.
I don't know why she named him Wolf. I don't remember. But I just remember that was his introduction of himself. And I thought that was so funny.
Well, we got the name of the episode. I'm country and I got a big ass.
So, but all that to say, judgment. In my mind, when I think of judgment, I think of stuff like that. Like you're looking at somebody and making a snap photo of them.
It's almost an assumption,
it
too.
It could be positive.
Right.
Or it could be negative. Like the guy at the gym. I thought he was a poor, helpless soul. And then he hulked out on us. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I judged him because he grabbed the wrong side of the bench. It could have just been he wasn't really paying attention, or he was listening to a song, and I didn't, you know. And I'm like, I'm sir, there's a handle on the, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thinking I'm being helpful.
He's like, I don't need your
and
assistance.
he's like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna kill you all.
Yeah, I'm seasoned. I've been here before.
I made that. Blood, sweat, and tears. I made the bench. But I think a lot of it is based in judging your inside to someone else's outside,
Right. I agree
which
with that.
is stupid of us.
Right, because we don't know what's going on the inside of any other person except ourselves.
Correct. So the volleyball team.
Unless you're country and you got a big ass.
That was. But you know what though? What a clever strategy.
Why? Because it's so memorable.
Because at that time the dating reality show, you weren't ever without the camera.
Oh yeah, it was on.
So it wasn't like she was going to be like, all right, the camera's turned off. I need to see it.
Yeah, prove
Do you know
that
what I'm saying?
shit. Yeah.
So he didn't have to prove it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he could have gone the whole competition and she doesn't know that. But how is that ever going to leave her mind? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not saying that that's what she wanted
Right.
because she didn't pick him. But
she picked Chance or what was the guy?
I loved him.
It was 2 of them because they had their own spinoff after the fact.
Yes, I loved him.
Which
it
one
Chance?
is Chance? And they had like a rap group. One of them had long braids, and one of them they might have both had braids.
I liked the huskier one. I think he was Chance.
I don't know. I know.
Anyway, I loved him.
Chance and Real. They were actual brothers.
Yes,
there you go.
I loved him.
Yeah, because they had a show. It was called
Real had the dreads. Yeah,
something like that. Yeah, because their show was called A Real Chance at Love. So both of them were the bachelors.
Real was funny. Chance was cute. I liked Chance.
I just remember one had
loved him.
long hair and one of them didn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Chance,
had a rap
Chance
group
didn't. Real had the Real had the dreads.
Because the guy that had the hair was the older brother, right? Maybe.
No, that I could even be wrong about which one did.
Who knows?
Who knows? You know, we're so good at recalling all these facts from long ago.
Yes,
But I think a lot of times, like on here, I sort of thought the person's question was when I say or you say blah blah blah.
No
judgment.
judgment.
No judgment. And I think for me, what I mean is no. I'm not condemning.
Oh,
like
gotcha,
I just
yeah.
want to say this is happening, and just in case anything in my voice made it sound bad,
don't misinterpret what I'm saying.
Don't misinterpret me. That's great. I may not participate,
Right.
but go for it. I don't judge the other person for doing that.
I can
That's
dig that,
their
yeah.
choice.
Yeah.
So I to me, the way that you read it on the Instagram, I should have known it was on the Instagram because I didn't see it. You told me about it.
You have access to the exact same podcast page that I do.
Stop saying that.
See, everybody assumes that's me talking because it is me talking because
you.
you don't respond.
I've already admitted this. I think I've admitted this several
you
times
have
on the
made
podcast.
it an effort. let's make a page. I'm not going to interact with it.
I made the page.
I know. That's what I said.
That was all I did. I made the page, and then I went, here you go. Here's the username and password.
See, he done got conceited. I'm the talent. You, Michael Peasant, you do the editing and figure it out.
I'm the comic relief. I'm the kooky sidekick.
You're not the sidekick.
You're the main character, and I'm the kooky sidekick that goes, brr. Let me derail us for a second.
You stupid. You stupid.
But I thought that maybe that's what she was referring to, because we often say no judgment, but
most of the time we're judging.
But well, I think you're judging it. Like, for me to say whether I think that I would participate in something, I have to judge it.
Yeah.
To decide if I would even think about participating.
Yeah, you have to come up with your opinion of what happened, for lack of better. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that makes you.
Yeah. Like, I'm the type of person, like, let's hoe capacity. I don't have any hoe capacity. I don't know why. I just don't.
You don't want to turn into a housewife.
I think I was born a housewife.
Pretty much.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes. You present as housewife.
But that never crossed my mind. But to have hoe capacity.
You're stupid. But I think people need judgment. I think you need to, not judgment like I'm condemning you to hell and the pits of Hades.
Y'all saw that where I was like, hoe capacity, and he went, no, we're going to stay on topic.
Continue. But no, I think there's a benefit to judgment, because I think it gives you a gauge of, maybe reality or a realistic point of view of things. Because if you just live in your own little bubble day in, day out, you don't have a realistic grasp on, I don't know, whatever the example is. If you have a fantastical idea of, like we made the comparison.
Do you have a medical condition?
No, sir, I had a little carbonation. But no, if you, for example, like we made the reference to, I'm 4 feet tall, but I'm going to be in the NBA. If nobody kind of brings you back to earth and gives you, again, not intentional, I'm going to crush your dreams judgment, but I do that. But
you do.
Yeah.
You're a shitter owner.
I absolutely. But no, if you're a person that will kind of bring somebody back to reality, and I'm not saying step outside your lane and do it. Don't just walk up to a complete stranger and be like, you're trash. What are you doing? Give up. Yeah. I don't mean that. I mean, if somebody asks you for their opinion, or if somebody asks you for your opinion, and they're being genuine, I don't think it hurts to be honest with them and give them, I think honesty and judgment are kind of similar depending on the context.
Okay, but here's the problem.
Not meaning,
here's the problem
intention.
with that, though. You're still talking about your opinion. When you're being honest, you're just saying what you think. Right. Your opinion.
Yeah, and we both know feelings are not factual things.
Your opinion's not facts.
Yeah. It can be based in facts.
It may align with facts.
Yeah.
But it's not in and of itself factual.
Right.
Okay, continue. I just wanted to just a smidge of a pop. Just a smidge of a pop in the bubble on that one.
That's what I'm saying. So I think they're not the same word. They're not synonyms, but they have similar. Stupid. I gotta just let them know I'm kind of
Stop
smart.
shitting on me with this big vocabulary.
Not trash vocabulary. But no,
what was it? Pedalization.
That is a real word, by the way.
Did you look it up?
No, I've heard it before. That's how I know it's a real word.
Just because you heard the word doesn't mean that Edward knows
I know
a real
that,
word
just
either.
like conversate is not a real word. It's converse.
Was it little bro? Did little bro tell you the word?
No, sir. No, sir. But no, so if we kind of use the two, honesty and judgment, when it's asked for. Again, I'm not saying, hey, I want to crush your dreams real quick. I mean, like, if you go, you stupid. I might be.
Sometimes you are.
Yes, I am.
Often.
I hate you. But no, sometimes you got to think, if somebody has enough, I don't know if I guess if somebody values your opinion enough or what you think of them, they are asking for judgment, but they're not asking you to shit all over them. They're asking you for almost like constructive criticism, maybe some type of feedback, good or bad. Okay. But it's not meant to, like I said, crush their dreams. You know what I mean?
Why don't you give us an example?
My examples always suck, but yes, I'll go for it. No. See, I want this shitty analogy. No.
I love a good Michael analogy.
A Michaelism? But no, I guess I mean, maybe even if it's something simple like your significant other goes, "Hey, what do you think of my outfit?"
Do I look fat in there?
Exactly.
What is there a real? Okay.
There's no real answer to that question.
There has to be.
Fuck no. You think there's you can really tell your significant other, yeah, you're looking a little rotund, babe. Or if you just simply say yes.
But what if she goes, do I look fat in this? And you go, bad as hell. Almost like bad, fat. No. I'm saying like bad and fat. Like those words are close in sound. And you're like, bad as hell. You look bad as hell. Not fat as hell.
No.
Just shooting it out there.
No, I don't. I hate this. I don't think no woman goes, do I look fat in this? And if she looks fat in it, you're not supposed to say yes.
What if you just laughed?
My laugh is too distinctive. If I start laughing, you are offended immediately.
So, let's say the question comes at you. What are you going to say?
I'm like, nah, you look all right. But see, in the context
all right, pause for a second. No. Pause for a second. Tell me the difference between nice and you look all right.
There's no difference.
You ain't shit.
There's no difference. That's the problem. You can't always give your honest criticism.
You got to go, oh, what if you were just like, damn, in a good way? Do I look fat in this? Damn. Like she just caught your attention. You know what I'm saying?
Have to say damn before she asks for your request your presence.
But you're not. Let's say you're not looking. Let's say let's say you're both getting ready.
Right. And you happen to
and
turn
you're
around.
like you're not even looking in her direction.
Okay.
And she goes, "Do I look fat in this?" And you're like, "Damn, that's your." You know what I'm saying?
That's cool. That's cool right there.
So now I got a good answer.
Yeah.
You're welcome. You're welcome, straight man, if you're out there listening.
Not every time she says, hey, babe, do I look fat? Are you not looking at her? She may call you into the room, and when you walk in, your reaction might be, damn, instead of, damn.
You got to make sure your face is ready.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. If
your face is ready, you ain't got to get it ready.
If your face stays ready, it ain't got to get ready. But here's the thing. If you're walking into a room, like... If only, okay.
I'm still doing product placement. These fire-ass gummy bears. Don't worry about what brand it is. They're just busting. Continue, sir.
But I forgot what I was going to say.
These are not for you. This is grown. These are people snacks, not kid.
No, don't. No, you can't have that.
Shit like that.
No. I'm just saying, like, just in case you drop one, I'm hoping that he'll like not.
As delicious as they smell.
Sometimes if I'm like, that's not for you, he'll like slowly go toward it where you have time to reach it versus
pounce. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, sometimes. I'm not saying it works every time. I forgot what we were talking about. So only. Maybe this is just me.
Okay.
If he calls me in the room, I'm all grins.
Regardless of what he looked like?
I don't care what he looks like.
What if he got spaghetti slapping over his chest?
Like, let's say I'm sitting up here and he goes, hey, come here for a minute. I'm beaming and strutting down the hallway. You know what I'm saying? But I guess if you in your mind
stay ready
when she goes, can you come here for a second? Just smile. Just walk in the room smiling.
Moment.
Just walk in the room smiling. Just walk in the room smiling.
Yes, sweetie. He's like, get that dumbass smile off your face and come here.
I can't wait to get there.
Hell no.
Oh, I heard some happiness in your voice. I'll be right there, baby. You know what I'm saying?
You heard the sunshine from the bedroom. Hell no. Hell no. When your old lady say, come here, God. That's not a...
You just need to be like, oh, God, what's wrong? What's the straight version of that? I guess that was a little queer. Is there a straight version of that?
From a woman, that's how it would sound.
No, I'm talking about the what's wrong.
No, that's not... No, you just got to do the dumb dude stance.
Suck.
Like,
Suck, girl?
What's wrong, babe? What's wrong, boo? Yeah, you just got to walk.
So that, you can start there and then smile.
But see, if you have too much concern, she's like, fuck around with you. Not all women. I'm just saying for this
But
example.
here's the problem. Do you think that it's because the bar's been set so low that straight men do not care? And so if you on any level show care, they're like, why?
I don't know.
Why do you suddenly care? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think when you...
I think that straight men mess that up for themselves.
Duh. We messed up a bunch of shit for ourselves when it comes to
Well,
women.
yes, that's true. It's been mentioned.
But no, I think you might just have to go in there and say, fuck it, and see what happens. All right, man, I'm coming. And just wing it, see what happens, bro. You can go in there smiling, might still get chopped down.
You got to go in there cheesing.
Hell no. Because if she has disdain in her voice, you cannot come in there brimming with joy. Because she's not brimming with joy.
Okay, hold on.
These shits are good as hell.
I knew you were going to eat them all. I told you to get the bigger bag.
I'm not eating that big ass bag of gummy bears. That's how you get fat.
I think you're safe. I think you're pretty safe.
Well, one sitting,
one bag is not going to fuck your life up. I used to love the show. I still love it. I just don't have access to it. Criminal Minds.
Yeah, it comes on, yeah.
You remember when Shamar Moore was on there?
He ain't on there no more?
No.
Does the show still come
he might
on?
be back. I don't know. He left. He left for a while. I don't know if he's come
He
back.
did come back because I remember he started with hair and now he's bald, right? No, not balding like he shaves it bald.
Just full shave.
No, I mean like he shaves it bald, not
He
his
left
hairline
with hair
ran
and
away.
now he ain't got none.
No, I mean that was his choice of style at the
Yeah,
time.
but he called the computer girl Penelope. He called her baby
oh
girl.
yeah, she was cool. Her personality is real cool.
Yeah. He called her baby girl.
Because she reminds me of the...
Could you hit her with the baby girl
Yeah.
if she's in a bad mood?
Yeah.
Hit her with the baby girl.
Yeah.
Soften the mood.
If the girl actually likes you, yeah. Because then you'll brighten her day. She don't
Why
like
would you?
your-
Okay. But here's my question though. Why would two people, if one of them doesn't like the other one, what are y'all doing?
Living.
Is that crazy?
No.
Splitting the
Happens
mortgage.
all the time.
Just splitting the mortgage.
Yeah.
Got to get these bills paid. They come every month.
They ain't stopping whether you like that motherfucker or not.
What is it? Love don't pay the rent.
Hell no, it don't pay no rent. Love been paying rent during the pandemic.
But you know what? It sure does make paying the rent a little easier.
Yeah. If you like that person, yeah. But you know what I mean.
I don't understand that. Anyway, let's not get off that. Let me not judge.
See? People judge every day, B.
But I don't. Was that bitch? Was
No,
that
that's
your
from
short
the movie,
version
Paid
of
in
bitch?
Full. No, the guy was crying.
Pay It Forward?
Paid in Full.
Oh.
It's a really dope movie. It's based on a true story. It's got Cameron, Mekhi Phifer, and Woody Harrelson in it. 3 black dudes. You look lost.
No, you said the name Cameron, and that
The
threw
rapper.
me off. Because that
Diplomat.
is that his
Dipset.
name?
Yeah, Cameron. Don't worry about it.
All right, this is how gay I am. When you said it again, when you said it, in my mind, I heard Cameron D and Destiny, Charlie's Angels.
No.
Come on, that's literally what happened in my head. Literally, like that quick. The second time you said it.
No.
Cameron is a rapper.
Yeah. You ever heard of Dipset? Diplomats?
Diplo,
No, that's
Dipset.
that's one person.
That's a producer.
yeah.
Diplo.
Do you remember the
Dipset.
song "We Fly High"? No lie, you know this ballin'. Jim
That
Jones
sounds vaguely
He's
familiar.
one of the members of that group. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
So he's a group.
No,
He's not
Cameron
a-
is one person. Cameron, Joel Santana, Jim Jones, Freaky Ziggy, a couple other people. They together create the Diplomats. Don't worry about it. They're from Harlem. It's fine. I almost knocked the shit out
But
of
they're
this
a
couple.
group.
Yes, but that's not
They're
important.
not. What I'm saying is,
Oh.
he's not releasing music on the radio alone.
He does both. He's a solo artist and in the group.
Okay. I don't know that name.
Don't worry about it. I'm the residential hip hop historian.
Well, but most of the time I've at least heard of it. Not Lil Boosie though, but
You've never heard of Lil Boosie? Wipe me down.
I've heard the song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
At least you heard the song.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to judging people as you are judging. I'll show you a picture
Whatever.
later.
Okay.
But nah, so I think that again, if you value somebody's opinion and you ask them for their, you're basically saying, hey, judge what I'm about to ask you, but don't judge harshly.
So that's vulnerable.
Absolutely.
Now here's the thing with vulnerability.
Okay.
We don't seem to be good at that.
None of us are.
But how do we get good at it? Well, because here's my thing. If we don't know how to be vulnerable, then when the judgment comes in, we're like crushed.
Yeah.
Instead of, oh, huh. I never thought of it that way. I've never seen that. I've never seen it that way. Let me try to see it that way and see if I can improve something about my life.
I think with vulnerability, though, vulnerability to me comes with trust in your significant other. or
let's say
whoever it
friend.
is. Yeah,
Let's
even
say,
if it's
let's
not
say
something-
two friends. It doesn't even have to. It doesn't even have to be the level of SO.
Okay, fair enough. I think vulnerability is hard for most human beings as adults because it's everybody. Nobody likes to get their feelings hurt, even if it's about something small. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, if you really think on it, asking for judgment or an opinion or feedback when it's on a personal level, again, like you said, it doesn't have to be insignificant, but just a person you care about or you value their opinion. When you ask for judgment, you are technically if you're being genuine, you're being vulnerable. I mean, because I know we joke, but when women ask, hey, does this dress make me look fat? I think they do want a genuine opinion. But not everybody is, even though you may want the truth and you're being vulnerable, you're being transparent, it doesn't mean you're always ready to hear the truth.
But do you think there's some fishing for compliments there?
I think certain
Like
people.
I'm putting on this dress, or
Right.
we'll just call it a dress.
Right.
I'm putting on this 3-piece business suit,
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
to go to
my
wherever.
monkey suit I had on this morning. Slacks, hard bottoms, tie, whole nine.
And I'm feeling a little unpretty.
I knew you was going to say that shit.
I'm feeling a little unpretty, and I just
Are
want you
you?
to tell me I'm pretty.
Yeah. Sometimes you need a little confidence boost because you may put on an outfit that you think looks nice, but you're like, I do want somebody just to reinforce or confirm that this does look good. You know what I mean? Again, we're just using outfits for examples, but sometimes you want somebody to go, you killing that shit, babe. Do your thing. Go out there and, you know what I mean? Or whatever it might be. Or,
That's a good response.
yeah.
Do I look-
Hey, see how
do I
natural
look-
that came out?
Yeah. But now you're going to have to remember that. Write it down. Script it.
Yes.
You're
Put it in
welcome.
my phone. Hey Siri, remind me.
Do I look fat in this? What was it?
Damn, man, you killing them. Do your thing.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? You in there.
That sounded a little fake the second
Yeah,
time. But yeah.
but the first one was natural. It was real.
The first one
vulnerable.
vomited out. Yeah. It didn't sound desperate
or rehearsed.
Oh my God. You're killing it.
You killing it.
What's the stance?
I'm trying to remove the N-word
that's
from my
right.
vocabulary.
That's
Y'all
right.
haven't heard the episode as of us recording this one, but it don't
Yeah, they
matter.
have. By the time they hear this
Oh
episode.
yeah, they have heard this one. Yeah,
They've already heard
that
it.
one. Yeah. Oh, that's true. But for the record, it doesn't make a stance. But yes, I will say. Yeah.
Okay, I have one more thing to add
Okay.
on there. There's this song that I like by Megan Thee Stallion.
Okay. I don't know the names of none of her songs.
Captain Hook is the name of the song. I only like
I
the
never heard
first
that.
little bit, but it has the N word in the first verse 5 times, so I can't sing any of it.
Yeah, you can't just blank out the N-word.
But she says in there, likes a dick with a little bit of curve. And she says, call that Captain Hook. And I'm like, couldn't you have just said, call that boy, call that, like, you know what I'm saying? Did it have to be that?
Captain Hook?
The words before Captain Hook.
Oh,
She said,
call that Captain Hook. Okay,
Yeah.
got you. Call that N-word.
I love that line. Can't join in.
Yes, you can.
Oh, well, so I just listen to it.
You
And
can
I
say it
go,
in the car by
"All
yourself."
right." It's too quick. Like when I told you about Lil Kim.
I know who Lil
How
Kim
many
is.
licks?
Oh, yeah.
She says the N word 3 times. I know
Oh,
literally
yeah.
where it is all
And you
3
pause
times.
every time.
And I know exactly when to pause all 3 times. The problem with it is it's usually in lines where there's enough of a pause to where I can just not do anything and then pick
it's
back
really
up.
fast.
But because of how quickly she said, Megan Thee Stallion says it in Captain Hook, it's so quick.
Oh, you can't say it.
you can't do the whole line because then you're going to F up in it. You know what I'm
If you're
saying?
in the car by yourself, nobody will hear it.
No, I can't. Because here's the thing: what you do in the dark always comes to the light. Do you know what I mean? Because you're going to say it out loud. I'll be Paula Deen. You know what I mean? Like I'll lose my cooking show. I can't live without my cooking show.
You stupid.
No, it's just not a word that I've ever really said.
No, I think we talked about it on that episode. Not you saying it. I meant
What? Okay, audience. What that phrase meant was, all right, move the hell back to the topic. Continue.
absolutely. I don't want us to be too far off. I got to bring you back.
But if Captain Hook, it's a good song. Just that first line. The rest of the song, it's not as good. But that first one is so funny.
You stupid. But but see, vulnerability to admit that you like that song, but you can't recite it because there's the N-word in it.
That's a lot.
Does it?
It seems like these new raptresses.
He trying to kill me, y'all. You got me with that raptress. That's pretty clever. Where you hear that from?
I just made it up off the top
Where
of my
you
head
hear
right
that from? That was some real ghetto ass shit. Where did
'Cause I
you
said
happen
raptresses
upon
fucked
that
you up, fucked you
particular
up.
phrase? Yes.
I just literally made it up in the moment.
was pretty
I'm
fresh.
sure I've heard it somewhere, but who knows? Who knows?
You stupid.
Oh no, raptrixes. I think there's an X that gets
No, I
added
like
into
the way
it.
you said it the
I
first
like
time. Yeah.
raptresses.
Yes, that was pretty smooth.
It's their favorite word.
The N word?
Yes. It's like every fourth word.
It's white people's favorite word too.
It is for our generation.
Oh yeah, they killing that. We are. Yeah, I'm moving us back to the vulnerability.
So, judgment. That word is judgy. But I'm judging them for using it a lot in their songs. Well, but I think a lot of it is when it comes to judgment. I think you said something earlier that I want to make sure is like emphasized because that what you said was very, very true.
Oh, I said something good. Hey, my dog.
Just one. Who's keeping score out there? We're at one. I'm kidding.
One after like 30 plus episodes.
Episode 99. I forgot what I was going to say.
Oh, the judgment. He says.
You had a good point.
See,
I didn't want to give you
it.
it. I didn't want to give you it. I was like, never
I
mind.
can get my flowers. Damn.
But all right, Rue, calm down. I'll put the flowers in your eyes. But it's you said that you value their opinion.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, Buster can judge me all day. I don't value his opinion because he can't tell me what his opinion is.
What if he could?
I think he'd be funny.
I think he hurt your feelings.
I think that I think he would. I think he would hurt my feelings. But I also think that he would be funny.
Yeah.
He has that personality. I think he'd be like, girl. I think he'd sit me down, girl.
Let me holler at you real
We
quick.
need to have a little moment
Heart to
here.
heart. He gonna come to you as a woman?
Yeah. But the valuing of the opinion, like people can judge me all day long, and I don't. Judy in Michigan, die today. I don't care.
Why Judy?
Because I don't know who knows. I don't even think I know a Judy in Michigan. I think she lives in Minnesota. But anyway,
So die in that state.
I think Judy originally lived in Minnesota, and I just moved her to Michigan on here.
Oh.
The Judy that I keep. I think she was in Michigan. Now she's in Minnesota. Or I think she was in Minnesota. Now she's in Michigan. Anyway, she could die today. I don't care.
Yeah.
Because I don't know her. But like, if you were to be like, I might be like, oh my God, what?
Oh, if I'm not like talking shit, but like being genuine, like that's not a
right.
I mean, but I value your opinion. Everybody has their own circle, whether it's 3 people, 10 people. Your circle shouldn't be but so big. Because if you value 90 people's opinion, you got a little too many opinions giving you opinions. You know, I'm just saying.
Too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yes.
Too many
chefs in the kitchen.
Too many Indians. Not enough.
Yes.
Too many cheese. Not enough Indians.
Yes. Too many Native Americans. Not enough. I mean,
Shut up. Pandering.
I fucked it up.
Pandering alert.
Yes. You know what I mean?
Well, but I think that goes back to vulnerability.
Yeah.
Who you choose to be vulnerable with.
Yeah.
So when thinking about do we know how to be vulnerable, do we?
I think we do, but I think a lot of us deal with, as kids, as adults, whatever phase of life you're currently in, I think we go through pockets of vulnerability and somebody reminds us of quit being a bitch, quit, you know what I mean? Like you throw like a girl. Yeah.
Chisels
they
away
chip
at you.
away at your
Yeah.
personality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that same difference. Well, the chisel is the tool
You
that chips it away.
Is it?
Yeah. It's a
I
chisel.
thought it was called chiseling.
Well, yeah, but I mean, same difference. Did you just yes bitch me?
I just said
yes,
what I
bitch.
said was the phrase "come correct."
But yeah, I mean, I think that things chisel away at our growing, blossoming personalities as kids up into adulthood.
Yeah.
And you, I mean, for prime example, you get made fun of as a kid for not, if you grow up and you don't have a lot. And you as kids, you don't have a filter. You pretty much you're going through the day-to-day just learning how to be a kid. Yeah. And when people make fun of you, it chips away or chisels away. I know we're being funny, but it chisels away at little pieces of your innocence and who you're turning into. And as people shit on you as you're trying to be vulnerable and learn yourself, because even grown-ups learn them. Say, hey, I'm 36, I'm still learning myself. I think we learn ourselves till we die, pretty much. But
I think Not everybody does.
Well, I hope.
I
that
think people
do.
that thrive in life do.
Okay, fair enough.
I think it ebbs and flows.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think if you're not, I think there are people that need concrete goals.
Yeah.
Like they need to write down goal 1,
like a
goal
dream
2, goal
sheet,
3.
the whole 9. Yeah.
And I think
nothing wrong with that.
I think that's helpful.
Or
I
a
think
vision board. That's what it's called. Yeah.
Vision board. Well, those are different things. Like writing out your goals. That's like SMART goals.
Oh yeah, and vision board is something
whatever
you see.
the SMART.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah,
they mean stuff.
Right.
Specific. Whatever. Measurable.
Right. And the vision board is something you see as a daily reminder.
Right.
Go for this. Go. Yeah.
It's dream it to be it or whatever.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
See it and you can believe it or cheat.
right.
Whatever it's called. But yeah.
All right, can we just a quick aside?
Do you
One
think-
of the best songs, Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey, "When You Believe."
When you believe.
Oh my God! Have you ever seen? Okay,
What's up?
if you've never seen them do it live on Oprah,
No, I never seen it. YouTube it.
go to your computer right now. Pause the podcast.
Well, don't forget to watch this one on YouTube.
Watch this on
Continue.
YouTube. Oh, pause it on YouTube.
Open a secondary
Open
window.
a second window on the computer.
Yes.
Pull up another page of YouTube and search Whitney and Mariah, "When
They
You
killed it.
Believe" on Oprah. It was the battle of the divas.
Yeah, both of them
It
are
was
beasts. Well,
so
obviously, rest of
funny. The best moment is, at the end they have their
they
back
do
and
their
forth
runs. Yeah.
runs. Whitney does one of Mariah's parts.
And that high octave,
No, because Mariah has.
the higher, and Whitney is the.
But no. But she in the run, a run goes up and down.
Yeah.
So she did the down halfway up run. She did the shorter run. One of the shorter runs. But Whitney took one of her runs. And
It was in her face?
And you see they're side by side. And you see Mariah go, "Oh, this bitch." And look at her. And apparently the rumor was, well, the what people
gonna
were
spill
saying
the
about
tea?
it was what people were. Well, I mean, my God, I think everybody knows it by now.
Yeah, she's dead and gone now. And he rests her
Bless
soul.
it. R.I.P.
Yeah. The run.
Apparently, she did it every time.
Oh, this is something that had been happening.
No. Oprah was their first give it a go.
Okay.
And then apparently Whitney did it every time to her.
You think it was intentional?
Oh, I think so.
I would say Whitney's a better singer,
Whitney
but they're
threw-
so different.
I
can't compare
apples and
them.
oranges.
Yeah,
Apples
they're
and oranges.
so different. So, yeah.
Hotel NBA war. Apples and oranges.
Yeah. You hot dog.
But it's so funny.
Is it on Mariah's face like, what the fuck?
Oh, it's clearly, and then she laughs.
To, like, calm down?
Mariah looks at her like, "This bitch," and then laughs. I guess to calm herself down.
Probably
because,
so.
I mean, here's the thing. Mariah Carey can throw shade.
Yeah, she's Mariah Carey, but it's Whitney.
But Whitney.
So y'all
You
are
don't
balanced.
throw shade at
No.
Whitney.
No, that's Whitney.
Like, Whitney knew not to throw shade at Diana Ross.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so you have to...
Patti LaBelle.
Yes.
Yeah. But Mariah couldn't throw
They
shade
say
at...
Mariah's like that, though. Like when she got in her little tiff with Nicki Minaj on American Idol. I can't remember all the details.
That one was dumb.
Yeah, because they're not even the
That
same
one was
type of
dumb.
musician. One is a rapper, one is a singer.
How about...
And they're in totally different worlds and realms.
How about 8 months before they were both on American Idol, they did a song together.
Exactly.
And a music video together.
Yes. I think Mariah's
We're
just like
on
that.
screen. It wasn't even like the music video was... You could
You
tell.
did your scene.
Like, you know
and
how you
cropped
can
it
tell.
together. Yeah.
Correct.
No, it was
Cut and paste.
Yes, we're in the same.
They're standing there together.
Yes.
They like high five or something. I don't know. Whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
So
what
I'm like,
saying.
why do y'all hate each other? Y'all just did this song. It's not like y'all don't at least know of each other at least a little bit working together.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Anyway, I'm gonna reel you back in.
So continue. Just if you're having a bad day, I'm just gonna give a little tidbits of when I'm having a shitty day. I'm
Watch
like,
these fucked up
let me
videos.
watch this video. Go ahead.
You terrible.
But okay, so what you were talking about earlier sounds like us taking on our parents' trauma.
Yeah.
Do you think we do that?
Yeah, because I think unfortunately we spend a lot of time trying to protect our kids from things that we've experienced. You know, the going thing is, I want you to have more than what I had as a kid. I want you to have better than I did as a kid.
Yeah.
But sometimes, even if you grew up poor, some of the lessons you learn and the things you go through as a child or whatever trauma you learn from, some of it ain't as bad as we think it was.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, like, obviously, if you had to live off food stamps.
But
you learn lessons
you
from some of
learned
that shit.
Something that you feel is a valuable lesson.
Yeah, and some of that vulnerability that you showed that got chipped and chiseled away, some of that is not negative shaping and molding of who you are today. But I think we may misinterpret it as, that hurt my feelings. But just because it hurt your feelings doesn't mean it wasn't something you didn't need to know or learn from. Because there's a newer phrase also, you got wins and lessons, not wins and losses. And sometimes, some circumstances, I believe that there are lessons, not necessarily losses. Even though it may feel like a loss in the moment. Like, as cliche as it sounds, if you get fired from a job that you really didn't like anyway, and I know people make the joke of, well, God's going to open another door. But you may have not been meant to have that job because something is waiting for you, as corny as it sounds. You know what I mean? Because not every...
When one door closes, a window opens. I'm kidding.
And climb in there and get that booty.
Hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your husbands. They getting all of you.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? So every lesson doesn't necessarily have to be traumatic or interpreted as negative.
True. Okay.
You know what I mean? Certain shit you're supposed to learn from. And sometimes we jump out the window and do some wild shit, and it might need a lesson. You might not need a win that day. You know, you might need that good lesson to be like, that was stupid.
Yeah. Okay. I had this conversation this morning at pickleball.
Damn, you took a lesson already?
Oh, well, what? Okay. So I play pickleball at 2 different undisclosed locations.
And wakes up early as fuck.
We'll call one.
I might wake up early to go to the gym, but that's not the point.
We'll call one RC Cola and the other one Sprite.
Okay. No
At
Dr.
RC
Pibb?
Cola. At RC Cola.
Okay.
Okay, pickleball, just like any game, sport, whatever. There's different approaches, different strategies. So in pickleball,
This shit's good as hell.
they're eating the hell out of them.
Don't
You
worry
should have got
about
that big
Brandon.
bag. You should have got that big bag.
I'm
I told
sorry,
you you
go
should have got
ahead.
that big bag. It'd have been cheaper.
Yeah, fair enough.
So anyway,
Pickleball.
in
2
pickleball,
locations.
there's 2 sort of overarching strategies.
Okay.
One is called banger, where you're just like, I'm gonna hit it hard and try to get it in and to where you can't hit it back. And then
Like a
there's
power serve,
it's,
but repeatedly.
right, but
Okay.
it can be it's not necessarily just the serve.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But then there's another strategy called dinking, and that's where you have to watch the video.
I have no idea what the hell he's talking about,
need
but continue.
If you're out there and you're curious, just go on YouTube. There's a ton of like intro to pickleball, and it just
okay.
shows you like the
Tutorials
court,
and
people playing, whatever. So there's this area near the net,
Okay.
and you hit it softly and you're trying to like hit it to mess up the other person where they hit it high enough for you to hit it hard. And that's dinking. That
It's
little
almost
back
like a
and forth.
change-up.
Yes.
In baseball,
that
yeah.
little back and forth is called dinking. All right. So
Oh,
RC Cola, where we play in RC Cola,
Then the old people or the younger people? Which one?
both have a good mixture. Well, both
Which one is the one you go to the gym with?
RC Cola.
Okay, go ahead. They're
So
like, what the
RC
hell are y'all talking about? Don't worry about it.
RC Cola. So RC Cola, there's a guy there that's fairly good, but he's a banger.
Okay.
And so we all end up being bangers
Based
to
on
play
his strategy.
because he's good and he just bangs the ball.
Okay.
But in Sprite, they're like amazing dinkers.
Okay.
They like it's like this strategy, and they dink and dink and dink until they like nudge you enough to get you to
misdink.
pop it up, and you pop it up a little too high, and they will smack it on you. Well, so here's the problem. So on Thursday morning, I play RC Cola and bang, and then I go the next morning
And dink.
and I don't know how to dink yet. But because in RC Cola I have no chance to practice dinking, I get to Sprite
And have to figure it out.
and have to by the end of the 3 hours that I'm there, sometimes 4,
The
I
fuck?
finally get a little dinking going. But I've been there for 4 hours.
It took you long enough.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I've 4 hours of just beating myself up. So anyway, one of the guys that goes with me to both RC Cola and Sprite, I said to him at Sprite today, hey, here's the deal. We need to join forces, and we're going to turn RC Cola into some banging and some dinking.
Okay.
So we can practice dinking and then come the next morning
And be ready
and
for
dink.
yeah.
And we're not, racing to catch up as quickly as possible.
Right.
But that was that sort of learning that, all that to say, learning a lesson, that was the lesson that I was like, we've got to stop doing this, because we get here and we're not doing we're doing okay, but we're not doing as good as we could be if we were taking some time at RC Cola to practice this other. My thing being, if you want to become better at pickleball, you need to have a good base foundation in both strategies. If you just have one strategy that you're really good at and then you show up at Sprite, you get killed.
I love you, Kirk. What the fuck that got to do with life lesson?
Life lesson. That's a lesson.
What the fuck does that have to do with life?
That was my life lesson this morning.
You put a comment on that. Did that have shit to do with what we was talking about?
It was life lessons.
Hell no, that was a
I had to
sword
explain
lesson.
everything for you because you would still have not watched the intro video that I sent you 2 months ago.
I got a bad habit of doing that. But no. Back to parental trauma.
I didn't want to talk about drama.
Oh, my bad.
That's okay. Well, but you took it sort of off the parents' trauma and made it more like, when I was a kid, I learned this lesson, and now
I try to pass
and
on.
now you're my kid, so you have to learn this lesson too.
Yeah. I'm a parent.
But here's my question to you, though, as not a parent.
Pickleball, how you feel?
Why does your child have to learn the lesson the same way you did? Why can't they learn the same lesson in their own organic way?
That's the problem with some parents. I think a lot of parents, including myself, we go,
All.
Yeah,
All. The word is all.
Yeah, pretty much all. Because myself, my parents did A, B, and C, and I didn't like that. I want to make sure I don't do that to my kids.
Yeah.
Just maybe what my parents was doing might have helped me. Might not have been as bad as I thought it was, or vice versa.
But it brought you to where you are now.
A really shitty play. No, I'm joking.
Well, like one of these days we're gonna have a daddy tissue episode. Not today.
I'm gonna be the one crying, and you're gonna be making fun of me. I hate you.
Laughing.
Like,
No,
you
not really. Probably
punk.
not. But like me and my dad have come a long way.
Okay. Me and mine have not.
But some of that
But,
is
you can't have none of these gummy bears. They smell good as hell, don't they? You're like, bro, come on, Pippin.
Bless him.
Give me two of them.
He's gonna see if he'll continue to try.
Oh, I know.
He ain't giving up. But it not to do the daddy tissue now, but like we've come a long way. But a lot of our back and forth is like, I'm okay.
Yeah.
I don't need to learn it exactly the way that you learned it. And also sometimes I don't need to learn that.
Right. It doesn't apply.
Doesn't apply to me.
So you go, oh, that does not help me.
Right.
Yeah.
But you're trying to force this lesson to happen, and I don't need it.
Do you think it's out of fear?
I think it's out of wanting to feel useful.
Oh.
I think the fear is I'm not a good parent, or I'm not doing a good job.
Okay.
So let me force feed you these lessons because that's what I think might be good parenting.
I think old people do that shit, though. I think old people are full of so much wisdom, and because society as a whole seems to not have, I don't mean this as to be offensive, we've kind of disowned old people. Like, all jokes aside, we send them to elderly homes and wait for them to die. But if you think about it, they're probably filled with the most wisdom, but we have no use for them. They're not useful because they're typically not manual labor. They're not, you know what I mean? Like, the only time we want somebody to deal with them is, can you watch my baby?
Well,
even though they're brimming with information, but we don't give a fuck. So even then, sometimes that wisdom is useful, and sometimes it could still be useful, but we are not willing to hear it.
Well, I might be wrong. I think by the time you get to the nursing home, you're a little out of it.
Not always. Sometimes you don't have family to take care of you, or your family don't want to. That's what I meant. Yeah, that's what I meant. My bad.
But yeah, okay. I think most people though the nursing home level is a loss of facility.
Not always.
Okay.
No, I'm not trying to be argumentative. I just meant like. No, I mean, I think some of it people don't have. I mean, some people, they have to work. They can't take care of their parents physically, or you know what I mean. And so I think, because I've been to an elderly home or a facility, and a lot of them do have useful information, but it's like, not me. I didn't go, you're not useful. Bye. I just meant like, as society, we kind of undervalue old people. And again,
okay. I have two things to say. I think you're probably onto something for the most part. However, I do think there are a lot of old people that didn't learn a lot.
Oh, that's fair too.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Just because you're old doesn't mean you actually learned anything.
That's true. They get kind of useful, but not so much.
Yeah, like I love my dad. We've come a long way.
Yeah, useful.
He's probably not going to be one of those people. He's probably going to be one of those, like my dad, he will be the perfect person to just tell you stories all day.
And sometimes stories
like
are cool.
if you're a person that just loves to sit and listen to someone tell stories, let me know. I'll introduce you to Pappy Q.
Me and him shot the shit. Remember we went to eat and whatnot.
Yeah, he loves to tell his stories, which is great. That's
ain't shit in my cup. I just want to look like I'm still drinking something.
Did you want to get a refill?
No, I'll wait till later when we get done.
But
this is tasty.
Shut up.
Ain't shit in here.
But yeah, I don't think. I think part of the problem is. Say what?
You're so mean.
I mean,
when you talk about him sometimes, but hell, I shit all over my dad.
No, it's because I know all the stories.
Well, you're supposed to.
But here's the problem. I know all the stories because I've heard them
multiple times
a month.
Touche.
Do you know what I mean? I heard them multiple times a month when I was growing up. And then since I've been back around more often, we're getting closer. I'm hearing in the undisclosed location. In the RZ Cola. I have I'm hearing them all over again.
Oh, gotcha.
So I'm like,
you're just being refreshed on stuff.
So
you already
when
knew.
new people come in, I'm like, Pappy, they hadn't heard your stories yet.
Distract them with the trauma.
Right. Tell them about your stories. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let me ask you a question then. So since we're talking about parental trauma, what would be the opposite of trauma? What word would you say is the opposite of trauma? Give or take. I didn't mean to put you on the spot. I just...
Positive moments? I don't... What?
Okay, let me put it this way.
Happy times?
Can I take the word trauma and just replace it with failures? Just for the moment? Is that okay?
Sure.
You look like, where the fuck are you going with this? I'm not derailing. Okay, if we spend so much time putting our traumas, failures on our living through or rehashing our parents' trauma, aka failures, why don't we do the same with their successes? If we can wallow in, my parents' trauma X, Y, and Z, why can't we do that with the positive side of that? Did that make sense? You looked at me like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm saying if we can be like, their life sucks so bad and I'm going to hold on to it, why don't we do that with the positive things that they taught us or went through? Is it easier to be the victim?
I do. I think that's what my face is about, is I'm like, but why wouldn't you?
I think the majority doesn't, though.
Okay.
Maybe I'm wrong. Shut up. I don't wallow in my dad and his self. I don't.
So,
not on here. Stop looking at the camera, motherfucker.
Me and the audience, we're making eye contact.
The people know me like, hey, bullshit.
Little bro's calling you out. He's yelling at the podcast right now.
Big bro just called, but we recorded, so I'll call him later.
Is it weird that I've named my people food and drink and you've named your people family members?
No, because they're not biologically my brother. I don't have a biological brother.
What I'm saying is, I named all my people food items, and you've named them family members.
That's why. And I'm not that creative.
So, I think the problem with the successes part, it's not that we don't, because I do think we do subconsciously.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we take the time to recognize that we did.
Oh, we don't relish in the moment of their success.
We don't celebrate that. I think the problem is, as parents, I think parents get nervous and they immediately in their mind go to, this was something negative that happened to me. Let me teach my child this lesson so they don't have to have that happen to them.
Instead of, I learned this
Let's
and it
avoid
made me...
pain instead of seek success.
Yeah.
In their mind, they're so busy focusing on, I don't want you to feel any pain, that they forget that
joy, yeah.
there's joy over here
Yeah.
too. Put that, sprinkle that in there.
Nobody has lived every single day of their life in just all pain and failure.
There's a few.
Up. You know what I'm saying, though.
There's some. I mean, it needs to be said. I know
Every
one of them.
single day?
I know one of them, and she reproduced.
Ooh, okay, fair enough. I'm not going to talk about it because I don't know who you're talking about. I'm going to ask after we get done.
Food collector. We'll just call her food collector.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I know grown-ups who do it, but they're not parents either.
Hordisha. Maybe we'll call her Hordisha.
What the fuck is a hoardish?
Hoarder. She's a hoarder. I said food collector. She's a hoarder. She hoards food.
She be eating?
Hordisha.
You stupid.
No, she doesn't eat it. She just hoards it and keeps it.
Ew. All right, fair enough. I don't know who they are.
Hordisha. So anyway, Hordisha is miserable and has lived her entire life miserable, and she reproduced.
I'm sorry to hear that. But anyway. But yeah, that's what I mean. Like, if we're going to dwell on trauma and failures, I think it wouldn't hurt to have some type of balance of, this is where I went wrong, this is where I went right. Because you can learn from both of those. You know what I mean?
We also don't encourage people to recognize when they do something right. We tell them to
be modest, be humble.
Correct, which is a good thing.
Yeah, you don't need a motherfucker who just constantly brag and talk about how great they are.
So I'm going to talk about pickleball again because this
You're
morning,
just so great and
just
big.
so happened there was a girl there that she was on. This was her like fourth game she was playing.
Was she whipping ass?
No, and it was me and her. Well, it was me
So
and
she
her.
was failing and losing and
No.
being
Well, she
traumatic.
was her fourth time.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh, fourth time ever.
game.
Oh, okay.
Fourth game ever, and she didn't
Oh, I
play
thought you meant
sports
of the day.
so she didn't
Okay.
have any like athletic buildup. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that does make a difference.
Yeah.
So anyway, she fourth time playing,
Okay.
and we scored a point.
Okay.
Specifically, she hit it, and the other person didn't think she was going to hit it,
So they were thrown off.
and so they were like, "Oh, you hit it," and missed it, and it went in the net.
Did
And
she hit it with the changeup?
But what I mean, she got a point.
Oh, cool.
And I said, that was a good shot. Good job. And she went, I feel like we should stop and celebrate this point. And I literally like celebrated the point with her. My point being,
Was she a grown up, or was she like 19? Cause she buy beer.
she might, yeah.
She a little too old to be talking about, let's stop and
Well,
celebrate.
but I mean, the point was, that was the first point that she was the last one to hit it.
She was the achiever of the point. The
She
point
was
earner.
technically,
Yeah.
yeah. Like it runs
She
batted
caught-
in.
yeah.
On the RBI sheet,
She's
she
in
would have
there,
got
yeah.
one. She'd have got a point for that one.
I'm like, sit down.
But what I mean is, your reaction to her celebrating that point. By the way, can we get a close up of this face?
Sit down.
But what I'm saying is, we say that to people when they do something good. We go,
No, I probably would
Girl,
give her a
calm
high
yourself
five.
down.
I wouldn't have been like exuberant like she was.
I'm not saying that we sat down and had a tea party and cut the
Sounds
cake.
like you did.
Cut
Put
the cake,
your
had a little
princess
birthday
crowns
cake.
on.
I'm just saying, she went, let's enjoy this moment. I just won my first point.
Yeah, give you a quick high five. Let's get
And
your
I
ass
went,
back in the game.
I'm glad. I mean, it was all of maybe 10 seconds.
Oh,
maybe.
You said like y'all ran a lap around that bitch and was.
I didn't say we like developed choreography and did a
Sounded
dance.
like it. Shit.
That was your
Judgmental
negativity and
ass.
judgment. That was your judgmental ass coming out.
Absolutely.
But what I'm saying is, but you, as soon as I said that, you looked at me like, oh, this dumb bitch.
Because the way you said it was, she said, pause.
She said, we should celebrate this. That's my first point.
My first
And so we
time
did.
ever. Woo!
And we did.
She did spirit fingers?
No.
This
whore.
Y'all so gay.
But anyway, but your reaction is why nobody
I
celebrates
know I
anything.
can't be transparent or vulnerable. Because I'm judgy as fuck. Woo! That's what y'all did.
I just want to reiterate, somebody had a miserable life earlier.
I did. So I make fun of people's joy.
But we celebrated that point, and I would do it
That's the
again.
going phrase for the rest of the episode. Woo!
I love that you come up with something that never happened.
I know. I'm embellishing because it's funny. Continue. I'm sorry. So how did you guys celebrate? Woo! Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That was the end of the story.
So y'all took a moment.
Because you shat on the story ended without you.
On her.
The story ended, and you continued to shat on it as though the story was going to continue, and it ended.
It's still funny though. But okay, that is cool that
You're
you
fine.
celebrated with her.
You're fine. I'll not celebrate a success with you.
That's fine.
Noted.
I don't have very many.
Noted.
Epic failure. No, I'm just bullshit. But no, that's cool though. Like you actually were. She was vulnerable. You did shit all over it like I just did, and you celebrated with her.
Apparently, I'm not a shitty person.
I know I am. That's my job.
So anyway,
You hate me. Look, we can wrap it up.
We
now
have
that you shit
nosy
on-
with good intentions at gmail.com.
You don't like that. I
We
laughed
have the
at-
Instagram, nosy with good intentions. We have
Did you
the
just close the
TikTok.
episode?
We have the Twitter, nosy good. Such a great name. And then we have, the voice note. If you go on, is it only on Apple or is it on Spotify?
I think it's all over. You click it. It's on Apple. It's
It's in the
purple.
description. It's like a blue hyperlink.
You really
And
close
then,
the episode.
did I forget any of them?
YouTube, Instagram, Twitter.
Oh, YouTube. I forgot about
TikTok.
YouTube. The video will be up.
It will. And you can see my
You can
dumbass.
see him shit on me.
I didn't shit on you. I shit on her.
So anyway.
You my boy. I don't know her.
Anyway, what is it?
Thank
What's
you
our
for
closing
being-
out?
Thank you for being nosy with
See you
us.
next time.